Oh, here we are again. Only this time, it's looking like much better chances for northern lights this night. And in fact, I'm checking the apps and checking the groups and checking the photos, and there are northern lights. Scotland was alive with northern lights a couple hours ago. So what I'm doing now is packing up. It's about 9 p.m. and we're gonna go back out to Fisherman's again because it is such a beautiful place that's so close to home, and you're probably gonna see me there for the rest of my life as long as I live this close to it. So let's get out to Fisherman's. Let's see what we see on the shoreline. And this time, having coffee under the stars is going to happen a little more authentically instead of brewing with the Hario switch here in the house and taking it with me with a thermos. This time, I am going to brew it there. Let's do that. Driving out to Fisherman's Island, and just one of the things I wanted to chat about real quick is my photography on the side, which I get asked often, actually, by people who come up to me at the farmers markets. So what do you do? Which is funny because I'm there supplying them with coffee branded with my name on it. I just think it's kind of funny anyway that I have to do something else, right? But the answer is I do. I'm a professional photographer. For those of you that don't know, I shoot weddings, family pictures, but I also spend a lot of time doing nature photography. I have sold prints in the past. I've written a book, and I have sold that book, the 40 or so copies that I ordered at one time and then have sold over time. And that's a lot. Wow. So I have written a book, and I do a lot of stuff with nature still. A lot of wildlife photography. You've seen that in some of the vlogs before. And to that effect, I chase the northern lights kind of often. So I'm actually going into like my 11 or 12 years of doing photography in general. I've called myself something of a professional for most of those years, and for 9-ish years now, I've been doing astrophotography. So in the last Coffee Under the Stars video, the Milky Way, the Northern Lights, all of that stuff is stuff I've been doing for a long time. So I feel very comfortable coming out here by myself. I've been doing it time and time again. Chasing the Northern Lights, though, is an interesting side piece to all of that because there's a lot of variables that I have no control over. So waiting for the data, the space weather information that is collected by various sources such as NASA and other private organizations to tell me and the rest of the world when northern lights are going to be really popping off. I like that chase, because it's never certain. And so for tonight, we had a pretty big CME, Earth-directed CME, that impacted earlier than expected by roughly half a day or so, which could indicate a stronger show than what would normally happen. Nice thing about tonight is we do not have a moon to contend with. So I'm not going to pretend to be excited about a full moon's glow in the foreground, because of course, the less moonlight the better in general. Oh, better not trip. The less moonlight the better, because you're fighting through a lot of that moon's light to see the northern lights. Now on the strongest of shows, yes, it can be cool to add in the flavor of the moonlight on the foreground. Whoa, let's turn this way. But generally, it can be enjoyed when the moon is not present or really dim. So we are just about to crest over the dunes here and see what we are working with. Hopefully, if that footage was decent enough, you'll see that I've just shown up and the northern lights are here. So it seems like the night will go as planned. Okay, so now we're gonna go out to a further end of the dunes and play around. We'll take the other camera out. I'll take some photos, see what it's really looking like for photography. And what I'd really be excited about is to brew coffee under the dance of the northern lights. I mean, that would be just, well, let's see if we can make it happen. Gosh. I forgot to tighten the cap on the AeroPress. I cannot believe I just did that. Boy, oh boy. See, this is what I get. This is what I get for not charging my headlamp. Not seeing what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, how do we save this? We have hot coffee. Definitely full immersion style now. Do I just drink it like camp coffee style? Eat them grounds? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. All right. Oh, that's quite over extracted. Oh my gosh, what have I done? That is one gritty cup of mud. It would help if it tasted good. Good gravy, that's bitter. Well, looks like I'm having water tonight. I cannot believe I just did all that just to have no coffee at the end. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, I see. That I didn't even put the dang cap back on the AeroPress. Literally, I just poured grounds straight into my cup. What a night. I think it's time to move on. Okay, I know that was a failure. I can't believe I just did that, and I'm still chewing on grounds. We are gonna get some incredible stuff here in a moment, because I think I see some pillars starting to form that are very tall, and this could be a very, very good night. So come along for the rest of this video. I might not talk to camera again unless things get absolutely wild like that one other time. But it's without coffee, and I'm a little sad, a little embarrassed, a little frustrated. Lesson learned, charge your gear, the headlamp. I was able to walk out here, and then it died right when I needed it the most. Luckily, I know this area very, very well. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm not going to get lost. I have this light too. Time to get back to what I came here for. Oh, I'm sorry if you really were hoping to see that reaction of me drinking coffee out here. I was hoping for it too. Bye guys, enjoy the rest of this video. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. This is pretty cool. I know I'm in like total darkness, but I really wanted a live view of the northern lights dancing behind me. I wish I had a cup of coffee in my hand, but I don't. I did have my snacks, I'm feeling a little better. I had some water. I'm not disappointed by that. You live and learn, right? Not putting the cap back on the AeroPress. It's kind of funny. I'm already over it, sorta. But look at that. In real time, I'm talking to you, and the Aurora Borealis is dancing away behind me. Now I know it's probably a pretty noisy, like digital noise that you're seeing because it's so dark and I'm trying to expose correctly for the lights. With photography, it's a little easier because I can expose the shutter quite a ways. With video, it's not so simple. But hopefully you got a little piece of that. It's one of those things where I only hope everybody on the planet can at least once see this type of display. I mean, we're getting now shimmering pillars from the northeast, stretching across the north, dancing high over Fisherman's Island, shimmering across to the northwest, stretching pretty far west too. This band is pretty large and active. Lots of structure. As far as Northern Lights goes, this is up there. I mean, it's not as crazy as it's been, you know. Back in March or April, we had some overhead coronal holes. We had very, very intense 360-degree views. This is not that, but this is up there because these kinds of shows in general are quite rare at our latitude in Michigan. We get them a couple times a year, and this would be one of those couple times a year shows. The stuff we got in March that was overhead with 360-degree views, that's very rare. I've only had that experience a couple times in my life, and wow, I'm getting like actual, with my naked eye, I can see the green in the columns to the right here. I'm gonna actually come back to the camera and twist so you can see the other stuff happening to the right of this tree on the frame of right. Let's take a look together. So I'm behind camera now and just gonna twist. And see that there is stuff going on all the way that way too. That's northeast. Wow. It's really pushing into the west. Quite a band. This is quite the show. Really shimmering and stretching quite far. Looks like this is going to be a long night. And here we are again. Make sure I don't fall off this dune. Shimmering northern lights behind me. I mean, I don't know if I'm picking this up on the camera, but with my eyes, I can see from mid-level a pulsation that happens from mid to top. This shimmer that goes shoo, from the middle of this thing, that it just shimmers up, pulsing over and over. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. This is like a once-in-a-year show. This is somewhere close to what could build up to be something like the March and April displays that were quite magnificent. This here is still, I mean, look at that. Look at that pillar right there. This here is quite good for what we typically see here in Charlevoix, Michigan. I don't know, feeling grateful. Again, it's one of these moments that has me feeling really small in the universe. I am looking at some absolutely amazing things tonight. Before I trip on some dune grass, I think I'm gonna move down towards the lakeshore. And as long as I've got battery power, and as long as the northern lights are showing off like this, I'm gonna keep showing you guys. So let's move it on. I'm really thankful you guys are here watching this right now. If you're still here, I appreciate you. There's been actually a lot of you who have subbed to the channel more recently, which is funny to me because I have had so little time to actually produce new long form content. So I appreciate you being here, and I recognize actually that one of my videos about the washed process versus the honey process has continued to gain views and attention from people who are not subscribed, which is fantastic. I hope that video taught you guys something. I certainly learned some things, and that was really fun to do, and I want to do more videos like that. And if you guys would like to see more of that, dig into the nitty-gritty of differences between things like processes, whether it's natural honey or washed or something else entirely. There's some super cool experimental processing going on around the world. I would love to get my hands on some more exotic stuff. So let me know in the comments below. I know this is mostly about the Northern Lights tonight, but actually a good number of you are here because of that washed versus honey process video. So if you're one of those people, please let me know in the comments below, what is it you actually would like to see me do more of? Also, if you really like this content, let me know too, because this is what I like to do, whether I'm filming it or not. Chasing the Northern Lights with the camera is pretty much a part of me. So I enjoy your presence. I hope you enjoy what I'm trying to bring you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys sometime soon, because I want to be making content all winter long. Thanks. Appreciate you.